We'll start with Mike Reese, followed by Chris Ryan.
Great. Thanks, Stacey. Cam, how are you this evening?
Undescribable.
Good to hear. Cam, have you been able to get back on Highway 11 again the last couple days? And what has it been like to be back on that road?
Well, as you know, I can't speak about, those roads. And I just keep it at that. I did pass the road. And yeah, it's just, yeah, for what it's worth.
Still a nice scenic view out there on Highway 11? Like,
You never know, man. Yeah, I've learned here quickly, the less you say, the better. So let's just keep it at that.
one last one, Cam. A couple weeks ago, I asked Miles Bryant if he had cracked the nickname list, and he said he hadn't cracked it yet. And now that he's got an interception, the defensive back there, can we get him a nickname or
That's
maybe?
a lie. He always had a nickname. The thing with nicknames is people are always happy about their nicknames. But Miles has always been Nugget, and it's just something that he just has to understand. But he knows what it is.
Appreciate it.
Next question, Chris Ryan, followed by Evan Lazar.
Hey, Cam. Bill was talking earlier this week about the passing game and it not being efficient enough. In your expertise, what is missing at this point, and how do you get to the point where you get the efficiency that you want?
Just execution.
And in looking at the Miami defense, what type of challenge do they present? And do you feel like this is a game where you guys need to be back in that punch first type of mentality?
That's always our mentality. And, Miami presents a problem for teams. They're a very opportunistic team that leads the league in takeaways, I do believe. And, they try to get the quarterback in the bind, not necessarily with making mistakes, but probably, second guess. And they challenged a offensive group as a whole to execute. And I think if, we have our mentality set to, keep getting better and, stay on the assertive side of making plays and extending drives, I think we'll be good to go.
Thanks, Cam.
Next question, Evan Lazar, followed by Karen Garigian.
Hey, Cam, when you see Nikhil make a play like he did against the Rams, just how much does your trust grow in being able to just throw a jump ball up to him like that and knowing he's going to make the play?
He's getting better. He's growing. And, it's very, promising to see, a guy like Nikhil, make a play like that. And we're going to need more of that here moving forward.
And as a quarterback, just when you're going to throw a jump ball up like that, what do you need to see from Nikhil on the play? Do you need to see a little bit of separation or what is there a visual that he can give you to make sure that, he can get the ball like that?
It's just a chance. It's in essence, a slogan or a saying that you give a receiver is a chance man. Just give him a chance man. So that was a chance man type throw. And, he came down with it.
Thanks, Cam.
3 final questions. We have Karen Garigian, followed by Dan Roach.
Hi, Cam. I was just wondering, what's the biggest thing you've learned from that week 1 win over the Dolphins so long ago, it seems, to now?
You know what? It's been something that, it's a good thing we've played them, but also the timing of when we played them, I don't think it serves its purposes a lot because they got a lot of players you may think, has the same role, but they do not. And it's just going to come down to us really, differentiating what they're trying to do to us and the team who executes the best and minimize the mistakes. So, it was good that we played them early, but it wasn't a good thing that we played them because that they're a completely different team on film, and they're playing with a lot of confidence.
Are you a different team too?
From week
You a
one,
different team as well from that first week.
I say it one more time. I'm sorry.
Are you, the Patriots, a different team from that first week as well?
Yeah, I mean, it just happens naturally, and I think there are some things that we show, and that we're trying to get to that same success of winning. I think that's what's most important about this game.
One more quick one. Has anyone ever come up with a nickname for you? And do you have a favorite one?
They never stick. Yeah.
Thanks.
2 final questions, Dan Roach and Tara Sullivan.
Hi, Cam. Has your opinion of New England changed at all with the snow, the huge amounts of snow that we got today? What was that like for you?
Oh my goodness, man! I found myself looking out the window last night, and like it almost felt like a kid at Christmas is like looking for Santa. Like I'm looking out, I'm like, oh my God, like look at all this snow. And I was mesmerized by, the guys who were trying to clean up the snow. Um, I don't even know the machines' names, but man, it's shouts out to those guys, man, who salt the roads and clean the roads and things like that, because I know it's such a job that doesn't get a lot of notice, but it's extremely needed. And you had guys, for us that was scared to put their schedule behind the 8 ball without the help of those guys of cleaning the roads. So yeah, shout out to them.
The thought on your mentality this weekend, what it was like to have a couple of down days, but then to gear right back up for Miami. And obviously you've been doing this a long time. How difficult is it to come off a tough loss and just get geared up as the week goes on? And how excited do you get once you're in Miami for a game like Sunday?
It's business as usual. I think we did need, those days, not only physically, but mentally too. And, you got guys that needed it for, more reasons than some other guys did. And, I used that time to kind of get away from football and, tap into the mental side and re-energize yourself for the things that you're going to get ready here, in the next couple of weeks.
Final question, Tara Sullivan.
Hi, Cam. I know Tua is the starter in Miami and hopefully the future for them, but I wanted to ask you about Ryan Fitzpatrick and just overall the career that he's put together. Like he was drafted 6 years before you and, 250 picks later than you in the draft. And yet, he's still here and he started for a lot of teams. I just would love to know what you think of what he has accomplished. And, it's a very small club you guys belong to as NFL quarterbacks. Just your impressions of him.
All right. I've never really met him. But he's one of my favorite kind of players to watch outside of, us playing him, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
His energy, man, is, I seen him. I got an opportunity to watch him when he was in Tampa, and that, the Fitz magic, it didn't start there. I know, him in his stint in Buffalo or whatever, I believe that's where it kind of took off. But his energy and anybody who has this kind of aura about themselves, it doesn't matter if it's, swag, dorky, nerdy, quirky, I'm better than it doesn't matter. Fitz is a person from afar that I see is like, man, that's a dude that I know I can kind of hang out with. And I respect his game a lot. He's such a cerebral football player, obviously him being intellectual, with, going to the school that he did go to. It shows up in how he plays. He knows how to manipulate the defense in different ways that a lot of quarterbacks wish they can, including myself. And it's just a person that you will always root for.